Okay, it's gonna give you some instructions on how to assemble your bench when it arrives. First thing you want to do is find your bench top. It'll look like this. Put the finished side down against the floor. This bottom side with an arrow on, you just want to point it towards you. And work like this. You want to do this on some kind of a soft surface, carpeting or something. Next thing we'll do is grab our top support piece. It'll look like this right here. Just gonna put it down on the floor like this. There's a taller front edge that's gonna face towards you, just like that. Right here on the taller front edge. Next, you're gonna grab your end pieces. It's gonna be labeled with either an L on them or an R. This one has an L, so from where I'm sitting, it's gonna go on my left side over here. Set it right on the end right here. Make sure it's flush along this front edge. Grab our pocket screws. There's pocket holes right here. You're gonna want to use either a Phillips or a number 2 square bit. You can use a screwdriver. I'm using a little drill driver right here. Screws will work with either a Phillips or a number 2 square. Okay. So now we'll grab the other end. It's gonna be labeled with an arm on it. Set it right here on the end. Same process at this side. Just make sure it's flush along this front edge. Okay, once you have that done, on the bench top, there's some little green outlines. You're just going to put the corners of the bench inside those lines. You should have a even amount of overhang all the way around. So grab your screws, come down here to the end. There's pocket screws right here. There's pocket screws right here. 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 Okay, once you get this done, you're ready to put in the dividers and shelves. What you want to do is grab your divider piece, your vertical dividers. Find the one, they're all numbered, find the one with a 1 on the bottom. You just want to lay it on the floor with the holes, the larger holes facing up. You're going to grab your shelf piece. These are all going to be numbered. Find the one with a 1 on it. So you want to put it to where this arrow is facing towards your left, so this notch right here will also be on your left. The unfinished side will be facing towards you. So there's some pins right here and some holes. You just want to line those pins up with the holes. Just press it into place. There are your screws on the bottom side down here. There's going to be some more pocket holes. Simply put those in. Okay. I already have all the rest of these assembled just for the sake of time of the video, but it's going to go together exactly the same way. Just find the number that goes with the same number of the vertical divider. Okay, so now what we're going to do is with the arrow facing towards us, we'll come in here. You'll notice this one here has a 1 on it. We'll just slide this piece right here, just like that. There is probably hard to see in the video, but there's a line right here. You just want to line the bottom of this shelf up even with that line, and also make sure it's flush along this front edge out here. So all your screws. All these screws holes are pre-drilled, so they should all align as they're going in. Okay, once you're done with that, come to the back side. There's some pocket holes right here. Just put some pressure down on this as you're putting these in. Okay, now we're going to grab our number 2. We're just going to complete the same process, going all the way down. And let's do even with that line right there, even along the front edge. Pressure down. Grab number 3. Number 4. Depending on the bench you have, there'll be more or less of these dividers, but this one has 6 different, actually 12 different cubbies with 6 different vertical dividers. Okay, so once we get to the end down here, you're gonna grab your last piece. It's gonna have a 6 on the bottom, it'll have an arrow. You'll notice it'll be same here, 6 on the bottom. Face the arrow towards you. You're going to want to push pressure out on this piece as you're sliding this in. You'll notice there's a line right here, the same as all the others. So you just want to make sure it's even along this front edge out here and even with that line. Hold it in place. If you have an extra person to help you hold it, it makes it a little easier. But just make sure it's even with that line. And install your screws. It's even with this line right here. And these screws, don't screw them all the way in yet. Leave them a little bit loose so we can get our floor piece in. And then we'll come back and tighten up later. Okay. Next, we're going to grab our bottom floor piece. It'll look right like this. Flip it over. It'll have some arrows on the bottom. Taller front edge will go along the front facing me. And you just set it right in like this. Okay. Once we get it set in, come down to this end. It should pretty much be right where it needs to be, but there is a line right here as well. Let's make sure it's even with that and then even along this front edge. At this point, we can come back and tighten and finish tightening these. Okay, next we're going to put all of these vertical dividers in. So what you want to do is make sure it's even along this front edge out here, and you need to push a little bit of pressure in on the back to get it even. And install your screws. same thing on all of these. Bottom floor support piece, you can see inside this little box right here, you just set that right inside there, the arrow facing forward towards you. Install the screws. We're almost done here. Last step, we're going to put the back on. Our back pieces. It's going to look like this one's going to say bottom and one's going to say top on it. So we're going to grab the piece that says top first. Handful of screws. So what we'll do here is the arrow is going to face down towards the bench top, and we'll just slide it right into this little cutout right here. Should fit in just like that. And then you'll see there is some circles for where your screws go in. Just install these screws. Those screws installed, you grab the next piece. It's going to have an arrow, it'll say bottom, so the arrow is going to face down, this arrow will point down towards the top. So you'll see all these will line up. To get it inside there, repeat the same process of putting screws inside these circles. More row of screws that goes down through the center right here. And put these right in the middle of that circle. Just like I'm doing. Get that done, the assembly's complete. So if you have somebody that can help you, somebody that can help you flip it back up. It's pretty heavy, but can get done if you need to. There's a completed bench. And if you have any questions or any problems with assembly, thank you.